It's time to dish with D. That's me. It is Saturday. And what is Saturday? You guys remember what Saturday is. It is weigh-in and meeting topic du jour. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's see. What is the recipe? 5 cheese spinach quiche. I will have a screenshot of this, if I remember. 7 points on green, 5 on blue and purple. That seems like a lot for a quiche. That's 5 cheese. There we go. That could be why. Well, I would get rid of the cheddar. I'm not a fan of cheddar with ricotta. That's just me, personally. You could make this as you like. And I would get rid of the gorgonzola. I like gorgonzola. I just don't like to mix it. I would keep the ragout, the goat cheese, and the parm. So I would personally, I would ditch 2 cheeses. I don't know. You know, it's probably good, but it's not my taste to have that. I mean, I love blue cheese. I love sharp, but I don't love it with that. It's just not my jam. So yeah, I would take those 2 cheeses out. Might shave a point or 2 off. Looks really good. I love a good frittata. Let's call it a quiche. We call them frittatas in Italy. You know. All right. Oh, how did I do? I gained, I want to say it was I don't even remember. It was a few hours ago. 0.4, 0.6, something like that. I don't remember. But I wasn't surprised. I had, you know, here's the funny thing. I didn't have a bad week. I didn't have a purple week. When you're on the purple plan, you need to eat the purple foods. And I didn't. So, yeah, other than the oatmeal, the oat bread, I really didn't have dinners that were 0 point purple foods. Like, I don't think I had any pasta. I don't know if I had any rice. I might have had it once. Yeah, it was not a great week for those foods. So, like I always say, if you're going to be on purple, you need to go on purple and eat those 0 point grains. And I just didn't do it. So, I think that had a lot to do with it. Besides the fact that I'm not feeling well. Not that, I mean, that was more towards the end of the week, but yeah, I didn't finish well, just feeling crappy. I feel like it's allergies. People are like, oh my God, you have COVID? I mean, I think when you're sick, people automatically ask that. I don't think I have COVID. I just have, it feels like allergies to me. I'm not any worse every day. I'm pretty much the same every day. I wake up decent. Towards the end of the day, I start getting more congested. I'm pretty clear right now, but I just took my allergy pill about 2 hours ago, so I'm pretty clear right now. Come around live time, I get all congested. I've slept really well. I've not had a fever. So I just think it's just a cold or allergies personally, but you never know, and I get it. And if I definitely had a fever, I think I would go get a test just to make sure, but I don't know, I might not go into work on Monday. I don't know. Just doesn't be like a good idea. All right, let's see. The weekly for the September 27th to October 3rd. How to get a good night's sleep. Did we just talk about sleep? I feel like we just talked about sleep. They run these topics a little too much, but I know, I love sleep. Waking up groggy, cranky, and all over just sluggish. You're not alone. More than 50% of Americans say they have trouble sleeping. And while it's safe to say that bedtime roadblocks are definitely common and super frustrating, these days there are always ways to overcome them. What to do? Figure out which roadblock below is getting in the way of you catching a few Z's. Then try one of the science-based strategies. If it doesn't work, or try another. I have no problem sleeping, so of course I have a CPAP machine, but oh, I love to sleep. I love to go to bed. And like now being congested, it takes me a few minutes once my, as I have a humidifier on there, and once that gets in, I breathe it in about maybe 20 minutes. I open up and I'm out like a light. And I really didn't wake up at all, except to go to the bathroom around 5:30. So it's hard to relate, but let's say a busy mind. So if you have a lot on your mind, could be keeping you from not sleeping. Strategy. Listen to a meditation by Headspace in the WW app. Start a worry list. Jot down whatever's stressing you out and put it aside. I always say this a lot. If you say things out loud, you can deal better with them than having them in your head. I find that has been helpful to me. Roadblock, a hectic evening. I guess if you're just busy towards right before you go to bed, you're very active. Could be just overactive before you go to bed. Use Sundays to get ahead of bills, emails, and anything that keeps you up late. Outsource meal prepping. Cut cooking time with pre-cut and pre-cooked ingredients. But nobody's doing that before they go to bed. At least I shouldn't be doing that at 10 o'clock at night. If you're going to do your meal prep, do it like right after dinner. Roadblock, a restless body. Take a warm shower or bath about an hour before bed. Put a calming music on and do some stretches. A nice warm cup of tea always usually helps me, but then again, I'm usually up having to go to the bathroom because of that. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Waking up at night. Strategy, avoid blue light. Avoid blue light. It makes your brain think it's daytime. Don't reach for your phone. I never reach for my phone. That's huge. Put your phone, I don't keep my phone next to me in bed. I don't. It's downstairs. I don't need to hear anything. You know, if somebody's calling me and there's nobody around, I mean, I just don't keep my phone. We do have a house phone, so maybe that makes me different than some other people. Some people don't have a house phone. But if I didn't have a house phone, I only had a cell phone, I always shut, at the end of the day, I shut off everything. So I don't, I mean, if there's an emergency, they would call the house phone. But if you didn't have a house phone, maybe just keep your ringer on. I definitely turn notifications off because I don't need to hear somebody liked the post on Facebook. I don't need to hear they responded to a post on Facebook. I don't need to hear, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have notifications on for any of that anyway, because as wonderful as you guys are, when I go in to check it, then I'll look. I don't need to keep getting notified about a post or this or that. Like when I do my time for my internet, is my time for my internet. For my social media, like my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I make time for that all during the day. So when it's time to shut down, I don't want to hear about it because it's shut down time. So come right around 10 o'clock, I don't hear about it. Because that's one thing about, I don't have notifications on, because I don't want to sound like, oh, I don't feel that those notifications I don't need to be reminded of those. The only thing I have notifications on is just for text messages and a phone call, because that to me is more important than somebody responding. I don't need to respond to that then. I can respond to that when it's time for my social media time. So I try to keep all of that in perspective. I think a lot of people who are very OCD about social media have their notifications on for everything. I don't need to know that. I just don't. I mean, when it's my social media time, that's when I go and check, because it's all in your notification section. It's not like it's going to go anywhere. So when it's time for my social media time, that's when I check my notifications. I don't need to hear about them all the time. So a lot of times if you respond to something, why hasn't he responded back right away? I don't, because I don't have notifications on. It's just how I do my social media. When I have social media time, that's when I check. So in case you're wondering why I don't respond as quickly, I don't have notifications on for anything. I mean, most times during the day, I'm checking intermittently, but I don't have notifications on. Go to a dim spot and read for 20 minutes. Reading does make your eyes tired. It does, but I wouldn't read in a dim light. Just saying. It's not good. I find when I have to strain to read, it's not good for your eyes. So I don't like that strategy. Waking up at night. Yeah, I don't wake up at night. So I have a hard time, relating to that. I always say a nice hot cup of warm milk is always good, but, or tea. I'm serving my tea out with me in case I got a tickle. I'm going to end this vlog here because you don't need to hear me cough. But those are I don't have problems sleeping, so it's hard for me to relate to these because I have a machine. But definitely, when you're having trouble sleeping, there's usually an underlying reason, like you're stressed out, there's stuff on your mind, you're overactive before bedtime. That's the gist of this. So it's basically telling you to relax before bed, put things out of your mind. Like I said, don't get on social media late at night. That is a big trigger for, especially if you find something that just kind of ticks you off about somebody said something that you're, ooh, it's like when you get all aggravated, you get all hepped up. So I don't have notifications on for pretty much, like I said, it's just text messages and phone calls. Do I get my little beep on my phone? I do not get a beep for anybody leaving me a comment, a like, anything. I just don't feel I need to hear that. When it's my social media time, that's when I check it. And I think that's a really good idea because I don't want to be self-absorbed with social media. I mean, here I am. I am on social media, duh, but I don't need it to rule my life 24/7. When I put my time in is when my time is. And then like when my time is off, it's off. So it's kind of nice not to have your phone kind of go off all the time. Like I think if it did that, my husband would be like, what? You gonna pick it up again? Like he would probably get aggravated at that if a cop kept beeping, beeping, beeping. So he puts up with enough with my lives and different things that I do. But he also, like I said, he has his own business. So when I'm doing my lives, he's doing bills for the business. He has a lot of work he has to come home and do anyway. So it basically works out because I'm doing my thing, he's doing his thing. And then when I'm done, he's usually done. And then we walk the dog and, so he doesn't usually complain too much. And when I'm filming different recipes, he does complain once in a while, but he reaps the benefit because I usually give it to him. So he doesn't complain too much because he's realizing I'm going to get that smoothie she's making. So I better shut my mouth. And most times I try to film when he's doing, football's on or sports are on. He's a big sports person, watches anything. So he usually are puttering around the house. So normally it's not like he's sitting there waiting for me to get done to do something. So, but good night's sleep is really important. If you wake up tired, you don't make good choices. Tired Denise and hungry Denise always made bad choices, but a full rested girl, you wake up in the morning, you're tired, you have to eat breakfast. It's like, oh, just give me whatever. I don't care because you're tired and you don't think clearly. And I think a good night's sleep clears your head, resets yourself for another full day. And that's like when we always say hit the reset button. A good night's sleep puts that day to rest and you wake up revved and ready for your next day. I always say, and it's hard because I have a machine, so that helps me sleep. But I was always a good sleeper before I had sleep apnea. So when I got sleep apnea, then I became a bad sleeper. But I was always an 8-9 hour sleeper. My husband goes, "How could you sleep that long?" I'm like, it's in my genes. My dad did. My dad's side of the family were sleepers. My brother's a sleeper, so we tend to like. And my one son is a sleeper. It's like he could sleep 10-12 hours easily. If I didn't have so much to do, I'd be sleeping 10 hours, but I know there's always something for me to do. So I wake up going, what do I have to do? But sleep. Yeah, we just did sleep though, but I guess it's important. Restful people make better choices. They can think clearly. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my weigh-in videos, let me know. And let me know how you're sleeping. And if you have trouble, and let me know. Maybe I could give you a tip. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that. YouTube loves when we get interaction. It just shows that our channel has what people are looking for. It has important content. So when you thumbs up, even when you thumbs down, and when you leave messages, I love reading your comments. So comment away. I love that. Analytics are huge to YouTube. They go everything on analytics. How well you're interacting with your audience. So we love that. And remember, there's a share button down there with an arrow. You hit the share, you copy the link. And if you want to paste this on anybody's Facebook page that could use my help, a group that they're complaining about something and there's something that I happen to talk about that you think that would benefit them, please share my video. Shares are huge. Again, with analytics, if we see people are sharing our videos, they're seeing that there is a need for this. So will put us out there. And, who doesn't want to be out there? I mean, we put this stuff out. We hope people see it. The whole goal is for people to benefit from this and the people to watch this. That's why we do what we do. At least that's why I do what I do. Somebody said, do I bother you with questions? I'm like, no, that's why I created the community, for support. And I'm here to, to help you. So if you have a question, there's an email down there. You can leave a comment. If you're messenger me on Facebook, if that's what you do, I will gladly answer a question. No question is too stupid. No question is too much. And I love answering questions. Questions are easy. You give me the idea, I just have to go with it. So I love that. So thank you for joining me. And remember, you're only one meal away from being back on track. Have a good night's sleep and start your day off better. See you later, folks.